Here we are, Thursday, yay. And just letting the body be loose, letting your knees be loose, kind of moving side to side. And then the arms, a big circle, one arm and then the other. And kind of moving into that, turning into that. And then back circles with the arms, one and then the other. And again, just kind of following the hand with your gaze. We do this a lot in the different exercises that we do with Jessie. And now just letting the arms and shoulders sort of come forward and back. Rounding the back and holding this just for a couple of breaths, really feeling that the back opening up, and then bringing the arms to the side and back, rounding the back the other way, pausing here for a couple of breaths, and feeling the shoulder blades coming together, the chest opening, coming back upright. The shoulders come up and back, kind of tightening up the shoulder girdle, just feeling that part of the body sort of held strong, just to get a sense of how that feels. Now again, moving the hips side to side, and then big circles with the hips. Let your shoulders move. You're going to kind of move naturally in the opposite direction of the hips. Let your knees be soft. You can just sort of feel this loosening up in the lower back, the hips going the other direction. And coming to stillness, lifting one heel, moving the foot in circles in one way and then the other. And really focusing on the movement in the foot, focusing on the toes, the ankle, there's all these little bones and muscles. The other side, you can even notice they're a little bit different. One foot might feel more flexible, or you may have had injuries in the other direction in one foot or ankle. Right. And then some, high knees kind of marching in place, bringing the opposite elbow sort of toward the knee. And doing this slowly, so just to feel in the whole body moving together, feeling the balancing. Coming to stillness, bringing arms overhead, stretching your hands toward the ceiling, looking toward the ceiling, and then letting your shoulders relax down away from your ears. So we have this combination of relaxing the shoulders and stretching the hands out. Bringing your arms to shoulder height. And then down toward the floor, palms back, and sort of pulsing back. And this is something that I do throughout the class. If my shoulders feel, or complaining a little bit about something that I've just done, or little shoulder rolls. So just finding things that we do in the warm-up or the cool down that you also may want to do during the class. You're moving your hands and your wrists. Again, to loosen up this part of the body. but it's also something that you can do throughout the class. You know, sometimes when we're doing planks or working with weights, you know, our hands can feel tightened, so just loosening them up. All right, and just coming to stillness. Moving the head a little bit up and down a few times. Not only to feel the stretching, but just to get a sense, you know, of how's your neck doing today? Is it tight? Looking from side to side. And we're not trying to stretch it. Don't go as far as you can. We're just moving it a little bit. Letting it go side to side and the other way, bringing one ear toward one shoulder and moving the other way, letting your shoulders stay relaxed. The idea isn't to bring your shoulder up to meet the ear. And then circling with the head in one way and then the other. Right, coming to stillness. Now pulling the belly in, pulling the belly button back. And just holding it back for a little bit and feeling these muscles. You might feel the muscle all the way around the lower abdomen, around the pelvis. And letting that go. Pulling it back again. And as we're standing here, while you're pulling back your belly button, sort of feel the gluteal muscles. Engage the muscles in your butt. Engage the muscles in your legs, as if you're trying to pull the muscles closer to the bones. Trying to lift your kneecaps. And now relaxing all that. A couple of little circles with the hips. And now starting in a standing, sort of a standing mountain pose. So we've got our feet both facing forward, the inside edges parallel. Let your shoulders come up and back. Keep this whole shoulder girdle tight. Pull your tummy in. And take a big step back. And we're not keeping one foot directly behind the other. You know, this is as if we're on parallel tracks. You'll probably find that the outside foot angled a little bit toward the outside. That's fine. So just feel your balance here. Move your feet as you need to feel like you're stable. Sometimes if our feet are close together, you know, if we move one foot out an inch or two, we can feel more stable. Pick your toes up and then scrunch them into the floor. Pull in all those muscles in your legs, pull in your tummy. Lengthen your back as if you have a string from the crown of the head pulling up. And now bend that front leg. And looking at it, you want to keep your knee about over your ankle. You know, if you find that your knee is way in front of the ankle, either back off a little bit or widen your stance. Either way, knee over ankle, tummy in, legs tight, breathe. Breathe, little smile on the face. So we want to be able to relax into the effort. And now with your hands, either raising your hands overhead, and we're going to pause here
But if that's not okay with your shoulders, you can have your hands in front of you. You can have your hands on your waist. You can have one hand extended and then the other. So just see what works for you. It's all fine. But here, you're gonna stretch your hands toward the ceiling while your shoulders are relaxed, engaging the muscles in your arms, letting the muscles in the face be relaxed, shoulders relaxed, tummy tight. We're pulling all of the muscles in our legs tight to the bone. Breathing here and just feeling the balancing. You know, all these little muscles in our ankles and feet. Make sure your toes are gripping the floor. You have your balance distributed between the front and the back of your feet. And with your back foot, have a little more weight on the back part of the foot, on the line between your little toe and your heel. Great. Bring one hand down, the hand on the same side as your back leg. Bring that hand down toward the leg. And let your back arch a little bit. Your gaze following the upper hand. Breathing, keeping the body tight. So now bringing that upper hand down, straightening that front leg. And you can put the hands behind you if you'd like, bringing your hands together and just hinging forward toward that leg. So we're not trying to fold in half. Maybe your back will be kind of parallel to the floor. Arms down, bringing the body back up. And then stepping the feet back together. Good job. Moving the hips a little bit. Legs, letting all these muscles be sort of loose and wiggly. And then coming back again to stillness. Letting the back be long. And taking a big step back with the other foot. And again, just taking a little bit to get your balance. The back foot's going to be angled out slightly. And your weight be distributed front and back foot, front and back of the feet. On the back foot, a little bit more weight on the back line between your little toe and your heel. Pull in your tummy, pull in your legs, tighten the muscles of your legs. Shoulders up and back, and the shoulder girdle strong, long back, long neck. And now bend that front leg. And it doesn't have to bend much. I mean, if this is hard, you can just have your feet separated a little bit, bend your leg a little bit, you know, so whatever works for you. And then raise your arms toward the ceiling, gazing between your hands. You'll feel a little bit of an arch in the low back. Lengthen the back, lengthen the neck. Stretch the hands toward the ceiling. And let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Pull in your tummy. Tighten your gluteal muscles, your legs. Smile. You can just relax into the effort. Feel the breath. Plenty of room for the breath to move your belly. And this is, a posture that invites a lot of balance and strength, even though we don't seem to be doing anything. Bringing one arm down, the arm is on the same side as the back leg. And arching the back just a little bit more, balancing here. And then bringing your arm down, so both arms down, straighten that front leg. Again, sort of find your balance again. Maybe put your hands behind your back if that works for your shoulders. And then hinge forward. You're hinging toward that front leg. We're not trying to fold over the body, just bringing the back parallel with the floor, breathing, balancing, coming up, walking the feet back together. And that's it for the warm-up. Okay, good job.
I have to mute myself so you won't hear me grunting and groaning.
I know
The
it's
worst. All right, let's open it up a little bit. Rev up those engines. Gradually work into it, progress to get your heart rate up. Don't go 0 to 60. You want to sink into it with the hips and the knees. Thinking about posture and breath and core and all that good stuff. 3, 2, 1, shake it out. Let's get our lunge complex in. We'll raise our arms as we do it. So when we step to the front, go to the front, back to the middle, then out to the side, flip those palms behind you and take a healthy step back. Same thing, go at your own pace. Breathe it out. Keep those feet grounded. It's a very balanced, challenging workout today, as usual. Nothing you haven't seen before or can't do. It's a little practice. And finish up with this leg. We'll do some hinges. Hinge and swim. Weights on your heels. Out to the front, fingertips long. Then swing to the side. Push those hips forward. Again, go at your own pace. We'll do a few of these. Breathe. 5 seconds. I'll wait for you guys. Good, let's have a seat. We'll do some sit to stands and some side punches. Edge of the chair. Feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Hands at home. So we're going to lean forward over our thighs. Keep the eyes up. Power it up straight. And then turn to the side with some good punches. Pull in the belly button as you turn, okay? Move your head, hands, and shoulders as one unit, right? I'm turning and looking where I'm punching. Then back to the center, powered up again. We'll get a couple more. This will get our heart rate up, okay? This will ready ourselves for the rest of the workout. So this is an important one. Next time down and up, stay up, please. We'll get some butt kickers. So butt kickers I like doing after that one because it stretches the big muscle in the front thigh that we just worked so hard. So arms are going to be to the front. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades kick our heels up towards our butt. Now I'm getting in exercise mode. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. Arms up like a cactus. Let's get some high knees and we're gonna turn our forearms down. So elbows are up 90 degrees, then turn them down. I'm gonna pick it up a little bit. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, good. Let's do some helicopters and then we'll go into planks. So we're gonna kick to the front and twist to the side. Squeeze those glutes and pull your belly button in as you lift your foot to the front. That helps with that grounded, that stance leg. 3, 2, 1, shake it out. So in between strength today is going to be planks and cardio. Okay, so we're kind of toning it down this week a little bit. That's why Terry had her warrior poses, and we're going a little bit lighter with everything else. We're going to cross knee to opposite wrist. Just because we're not moving the upper body doesn't mean it shouldn't be engaged, right? We want to brace our shoulders, pinch our shoulder blades together, press our palms into the surface. 3, 2, 1, stay up. Let's go upper body. Pull, curl, safely switch hands, pull back, curl up. If you're compromising on form and you're starting to dip in the hip, I'd rather you come up or use the wall than dip in your hip. And if you have low back problems, you know what I'm talking about. Finish up your next arm and then walk it in. So close to about a minute on your upper body, so not bad. We'll do that a couple times and gradually increase as we go. Lower body, let's do our fire hydrant donkey kick. Watch out for your hips shaking side to side as you lift your leg. You don't want to do that. Imagine a glass of water on your low back and a string from the ceiling to your heel. You should be all right. Go ahead and switch legs. Breathe. 5 seconds. Stay up if that's okay with you. And we'll just do some cross arm patty cakes. Reaching out to the side. Opposites. That engages the side of your core a little bit more, challenges it. 5 seconds. Last one for me, walk it in. Good. Time check. All right, let's grab let's do bands. Sorry, bands. Edge of the chair. I'll give you a second to get your bands. Thank you. Leg presses. Then we'll go into rows. So it's smart when you're working out on your own to alternate body parts, upper and lower, or front to back, something that gives the muscle you just used a little active break. I'm still trying to sit up tall. My core is engaged by keeping my shoulders above my hips. My shoulder blades are squeezed. And last one, go ahead and switch. I feel that burn. Bring it back slow and controlled. Power it out. Power it out. 5 seconds. One more. Good. Bending one leg, keeping the other one straight to hold the band in the center. My eyes are forward. I'm gonna switch my my grip of the ends of the bands. My palm's gonna be up, down towards the floor, and then facing each other. That's just an option you can use just to feel little differences in the targeted muscle of your upper back. Some you might feel that your biceps are being used more when your palms are up. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and let it down slow. We'll do sit to stands and then stay standing, okay? So just like we did in the warm-up, hopefully your band's long enough to keep your feet wide and the band tight. So again, lean forward, press through. Eyes to the front. About 10 more seconds. 5. Last one, stay up. And we'll do our shoulders. We'll make our L's. I got a wide base of support with my stance. My palms are down towards the floor. I got a slight bend in my elbow. Flaring out to the side, no higher than your collarbone. And when I come to the front, I'm about my chin and then center of my chest and my sternum. Bring it down slow, then flare it out. Dig those toes in. Squeezing the glutes and core area. Feeling grounded. Last one, and switch arms. Good. Feel that burn. Three, 2, bring it down slow. Now get your water. Get your water and your weights. If you're advancing and progressing with your strength, you might want to switch up between a heavier and lighter pair, depending on the exercise. If you're there and want to feel that challenge of pushing it a little past the edge that you're used to. If you want to talk to me about it, we can talk about it or do it. Something like that. You only need one weight for the first one. It's our push and press. It's a power move meant to be done with a powerful push, right? So we're going to dip and then drive our weight over our head. When your weight is over your head, land it close to your cheek as possible. You want to even lift the heels a little bit, just so you can spring up a little bit more powerfully. And we'll go about 5 more seconds here and then switch arms. One more. Safely switch hands. We'll go through the circuit twice. This is kind of just the, get you oriented to what we're doing. 5 seconds. You can feel how much, last one, power is coming through your hip and core area as you drive that weight up. A new plank is coming to town right now. We'll see what the jury says at the end of class, how you like it. But it's going to be similar to our yoga stretch at the end, the cobra, except we're going to push our arms like a push-up. So hips are going to be back to start out with. You dive in like a dolphin and then drive yourself up. Your modification, of course, is just to do that cobra stretch. If you just want to hold it here, you're obviously going to still keep some resistance on your shoulders and your triceps. Last one. So you should feel it all through here, nice and tight, especially after that press, push press. 2 weights for this one. We'll do a hinge and a curl, right? So I like to go a little bit heavier on this one. So get a feel on what you're comfortable with and watch the video and change it up as you like to. All right, my weights are resting on the front of my thigh. Hips are going back, just like we did in the warm-up. Power those hips forward, curl, back down slow. Go at your own pace, find your flow, find your groove. The weight's on your heels, so you should feel a lot of resistance in the hamstrings, the back of your upper thighs, your glutes, and very little in your low back. You're going too low or using too much weight if you are. Keep the shoulder blades tight and you should be fine. 5 seconds. Big muscles are gonna get you out of breath. So you're gonna hear it when I talk. It's just gonna happen. Last one. That kind of means I'm using the right intensity, right? It's called a talk test. All right, seal jacks. Let's go right into cardio and then we'll take a little breather. Strength cardio, strength plank. And then we'll have a little come down period. 10 seconds. Make the most out of it, out of each section. Relax the shoulders, nice long neck. Drop them. 3, 2, 1. Big breath in through the nose. Let it out. Let's do our little yoga flow, okay? Let's give our muscles some recovery. Get a chance to catch our breath and get our bearing for the rest of the workout. Hips are gonna go back. Big breath out. Big breath in, power up. Let it out again. Lock the shoulders. Drop the hips. Eyes go up just a bit. Do one more on your own. Should be coming back towards normal. And we'll walk it in. Good. You've seen this one before, maybe a couple times. So we're going to go side to side lunges and add a row to it. Really gets your heart rate up. Think of all the big muscles you're going to use when you do this. We're going to go to one side first. So I'm standing way out here to the right, to step to the left and stay on the left until I suggest you to go to the next one. So you're going to step and row. Halfway, 10 more seconds on this side. Come up nice and tall at the beginning of the move and then drop down. 3, 2, 1. Set yourself up for the other direction. Big breath. Picture yourself doing it. Step and row. Power it back up. 2 distinct moves. Elbows go back. Let me show you this direction, this angle. My back stays straight. My eyes go down towards the floor and not up at me. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Take some time to recover from this. We are going to go into a cardio, but I don't want to be all crazy. We'll do a ladder climb. So that's the high knees and bringing the elbows down, opposite. Drive it up. Let's go 15 more seconds here, hard. 5, 2, 1. Let's just sink back, similar to what Terry had us do with our palms up. We're going to lean back just to stretch our hip flexors a little bit. Opening up our airway. And coming back up. Next one, this is a new one. Not new moves, but new combination of moves. So remember the straight arm press back where our palms go backwards, press back. Now I want you to come back to neutral and then do your V raise, your upside down V raise for your chest. So squeezing the shoulder blades here, bringing it back to neutral. Then the palms go up towards the ceiling to get the chest. So a little flip, no higher than the chin. A wide base of support with your feet. Yeah, spread them out there. You're gonna feel your core really kick in as your weights go in front of your body and behind your body. But notice it, notice where you feel that pull. 5 seconds. I'm gonna finish up here and wait for y'all. Perfect, perfect. Yep. Over to the plank area. We're doing the bird dog. I'll suggest doing the bird dog. And then I'll show you a modification. Opposite limbs are gonna go up. If you feel shaky because of the weight training, do one at a time. Do one limb at a time. Opposites, okay? So wherever you're at right now, these are just suggestions for movements. But if it's unsafe for you, don't worry about it. Let's go 5 more seconds. Come right up to the edge. And that's where you see progress, right? That's where you see your gains of strength and endurance and flexibility. So I got to do that every now and then to challenge that. Oh, we get to sit for this one. I'm going to use a light weight or one weight. We're doing chair sit-ups. So up to you, it's going to look like this. I'm just going to go back and forth, just kind of like a steady rock. If you don't want a weight, don't use a weight. If you want 2 weights, use 2. But I'm just going to show you how I'm doing it, and you can adjust. Make sure you're getting those breaths in there to support your spine. Oh God, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, let's do one more together. 1, good. Next one, I'm gonna use some light weights, maybe go for my, just the plates. It's a high knee reverse lunge, so check it out. I'm gonna alternate legs doing it. I'm gonna drive my knee up, come back to center, touch down, and then take a healthy step back. You don't have to go low, but I'm gonna stress the importance of your shoulders staying over your hips. So if it looks like this and a step back, you're good, you're safe. If it looks like this, you're not, obviously, right? So if it doesn't feel right to you, then change it up so it is. Don't do that knee bend or whatever. 10 seconds. This is the last one for this circuit. So now you get to last leg here. Now you get a kind of a gauge of what we're doing and how you want to do it. Think about how you would do something different. Get some water. Now we're good on time. This time it'll kind of fly by faster because I'll be talking less. Okay, push press. Obviously one side at a time. My feet are wide. I'm gonna get up on my toes, little dip in the hips. Big breath out as I push up. Keep my arm close to my face. Keep going. Halfway, 10 seconds. 5. Last one. Safely switch arms. Tuck that pencil in your armpit. Get it nice and close to your face. Coming up on halfway, about 10 seconds, keep it going. 5. Last one. Good. All right, picture yourself doing that dolphin push-up or whatever modification you decided to do instead, okay? It looks like this. If you hate it, then don't do it, please. Five more seconds. Get one more in. Ugh, walk it in. Let's get a little stretcherino of the shoulders and upper back. We've been working those pretty good today. Wiggle, wiggle, up and down. Not too long, a couple recovery breaths should do. We'll get to the cool down when it's cool down time. All right, hinge bicep curl, okay? 2 weights, resting at the top of your thighs. Pin your elbow into your rib cage as you power up. Bending the elbow and curling your hands towards your shoulder. 10 seconds, keep it going. Bring it down nice and slow. Do your 2 or 3 count. Don't just let it flop. 3, 2, finish up here. Oh, seal jacks. Let's get some cardio, 20 seconds, and then we'll take a little stretch. Ten seconds. Push it. 5, 2, 1. I'm going to do this against the wall. You can certainly do it in a chair or a doorway, whatever you get around. I got my limb, I'm moving away from my limb. So what I'm stretching is my chest, shoulders, and biceps. So make the muscles we work long. Right, not too long. Heart rate should be coming down a bit. Feel the sweat dripping down your neck. Let's go to lateral lunge in the row. Remember the side lunges with the low row. On Tuesday's class, I remember I went too heavy for the first round, so I changed it up a little lighter for today. So make those little changes. Step, pull. Butt goes back, okay? So watch, my back doesn't bend, but my hip goes back like I'm gonna sit in a chair. My eyes are angled down towards the floor. Let's go 10 more seconds. 5, 2, I'll let you guys finish your 1. Good. Switch it up for the next side. Imagine it in your mind. Step and pull. Ten seconds. 5, 2, 1, 4. Take a recovery breath or 2. We're still going to go into cardio, so I just don't want you to get lightheaded or dizzy or whatever, nauseous. Ladder climb, opposites. Drive them down. Stand up nice and tall. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's have a seat. Let's stretch our Stretch our hamstrings and our calves and a little bit of low back. The band's kind of okay for this one too. If you want to use it, it's a nice pull on your toes. Just a suggestion, you can do it on your own if you want. Put it more up towards my toe so it goes inwards, and then I just lean into it and pull back. And it's just a little, the slightest bit of difference, but I can feel it. I'm gonna wave my foot side to side slowly, like a windshield wiper. And I feel that targeting different parts of my glutes. So just a couple trainer tips for you. That one's on the house. All right, toes towards your nose. Lean into it, lead with your chest, not your forehead. Couple recovery breaths. Wave by with your foot. Come up slowly. We're gonna do our straight arm pushbacks with our upside down V's for our chest and upper shoulders, okay? So we'll give our legs a break here. Make the most of that. We still want our feet wide. The weight's on our heels, digging our big toes in. Palms are behind us, pressing back. Bend to neutral, palms up to about the chin. Flip, push, flip, pull. Go at your own pace. 10 more seconds. 5. Let's get this last one together. Mercy. Bird dogs. If you'd rather do something other than a bird dog, again, these are just suggestions. It's the time to get our heart rate back down, but still challenge the core and isometrically work a body part. If you want to just do patty cakes like we did in the warm-up, that's cool too. Just don't log out. 5 more seconds. Well, I'm done, right? 2, 1, walk it in. Let's get another upper body. Let's just get nice and long. We're not going to do the whole flow, but sink into it. You can do the flow if you want to. I'm just going to hang here for a little bit. And then come up slowly, especially if you're on some blood pressure medicine and all that good stuff. Notice what's going on inside, not just the outside. Last one, chair sit-ups. Sorry, here we go. I liked having one weight at my chest. You can opt out of that if you want, but I'm sitting on the edge. I'm keeping this at my chest. Tilting back. So remember, you're breathing and pulling your belly button up and back. It's going to protect your spine on this one. I shouldn't hear, oh, my back hurts, because you're either going too low or not breathing right. If you want to do something else, just do some knee raises if you just want to do your lower body. I should have suggested that earlier. But this might be hard for some people, and that's okay. I'll give you an alternative. 5 seconds. Ugh, let's do one more together. I hate them, but I love them. All right, let's go. Then we'll do a high knee, then our step back or lunge, okay? I am going to use lighter weights for this one. I'm going to hold them at my side, drive my knee up, and then step back. Switch legs. Eyes are to the front, shoulders are over hips. I'm really smiling now because this is the last exercise. Let's go 10 more seconds. You got it, you got it. 5. And come up strong. Don't stop. Believing. I'm gonna get Dharma.
All right, And don't stop moving either. We're just walking slowly. Moving your knees, picking your knees up a little bit. Doing some slow butt kickers. Coming back into this extended plank, letting your feet come back. Letting your head and shoulders come down. Bending your knees. And letting your breath slow down as we're doing this, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bending and straightening your legs while you're pressing down with your hands. So press your hands down into the chair. You're going to feel your arms and your shoulders engaging. Now just straighten one leg and then the other, kind of dipping into that. So you're really feeling this stretching in the low back. Coming forward and extending, coming into this cobra pose. A little bit of an arch, looking toward the ceiling, pressing your heels down toward the floor. Really feeling that stretch in the back of the legs. Continuing to press your hands down. Coming back into the plank and then rounding the back. Really rounding the back, like you're trying to pull your back up. Walking back for the chair. Bringing your arms overhead. And just gazing toward the ceiling. Returning a little bit, being sure that you're letting your shoulders be relaxed. Shoulders really relaxed away from the ears. Coming to stillness. And now using the chair if you want. For balance, just lifting up one knee. Moving it side to side. The other knee, lifting it up. Moving side to side. From a wide stance, just bending forward, sort of hinging. So the back is about parallel with the floor. Let your hands and your arms just hang. Let your head hang, feeling that gentle stretch in the shoulders and the neck, sort of moving a little bit from side to side, moving the body. You're going to feel that stretching slightly in the hips. Bend your knees, put your hands on your knees. Gently and slowly coming upright. Taking a wide stance and just bending one knee and then the other. We're doing this slowly, just feeling this stretch here in the inner thighs. The strengthening in the hips. And stepping back together. And taking a couple of deep breaths. Letting the belly relax. Letting the shoulders relax as best you can. Just looking toward the ceiling, letting your arms and hands come back. Opening the chest. And coming to stillness and feeling how you feel inside now. And from that workout, giving yourself you know, a pat on the back for making the time for this.
All right. Come on back and let us know what you think.